A note with macaws and some water lily flowers on a grim film, Alexandra's Project. This is an Australian production and an interesting independent smaller film. This is not mainstream, that's not your usual blockbuster, and it keeps you going, it keeps you interested. I'm thinking this is what happened to me. For instance, yesterday I was looking through my, now that I'm into making notes on films, I was looking through my old discs, found this, placed it on. I couldn't remember what was. I've seen it. I know I've seen it before. Couldn't remember exactly. So it kept me going until I was very upset because it was a desk error. So I kept at it because I wanted to know what will happen next. Overall, it's not a masterpiece, I would say, but a very good, exotic, outre offering. Uh, there's this Australian man, the husband, let me call him that way, and it's his birthday. There are preparations. He's going to the office. He is showing, let's say, his true colors from the beginning because he's rather rude. He's somewhat aggressive to his neighbor, and he appears to be a sort of a redneck, if not a male chauvinist pig. From the beginning, I would not say what happens, but I would just say that the things that come over his shoulders are not really 100% deserved. It's my view. Surely I'm a male. I'm biased. I wouldn't want this thing on my head over my shoulders, even if uh, slim chances. I mean, I have other things. Let me just go quickly through this, which is on my mind. Speaking of torture, speaking of male and his spouse doing tricks things to him. I went today with a bike to a repair shop. I said, yes, the guy said to me, I need to change this, that, and the other. Okay. How much is it? I mean, I didn't want to spend $500 on a bike, which was 600 or so. I don't know. So he said, this is net total something like $50. And I said, okay, but when I look in my wallet, I didn't have money. I had a $50 bill, but it's too old. That's another stupid, crazy thing. I went to a few banks and they said, no, it's 1993, like it was 1820. And we're changing only bills newer than 1996. Fuck you. Anyway, I was left with $100 bill, that's all, because for me here, they ordered pizza yesterday, and instead of taking money from whatever else, notifying me anyway if they did that, and putting back money or telling me to, they didn't. I was just like naked, and it was so embarrassing. The bike is in the repair shop because I couldn't pay for it, so I had to walk through the woods from the fuck it. Talking of anyway, returning to this husband, he has a much more serious thing on his head because he gets home, surprise, everything is covered, windows are closed. What a weird surprise. But then starts looking at a tape. Daddy put this in. First his kids, Daddy, we love you, happy birthday, and then the woman. And she starts, you don't pay attention, you're so rude, you keep saying that, and you don't care about this, and you put a finger in, and it gets naughtier and more explicit, so to say. And I would just stop here. You know how I made money? Let me show you. And then a man comes on camera and has sex with her. And it's on and on like that. So that was Alexandra's project. Her name is Alexandra, by the way. And she wants to be called Alexandra. She hates it when the spouse, who was very bad, but I think this is over the top and exaggerated, if you ask me. I mean, the things she's doing to him. And in in some ways maybe illegal, maybe not, immoral anyway. Uh, so he one of the things he did, he kept calling her Alex. And, she wanted to be called Alexandra. And as I said, I think it is too much, even if the man, to also put things in perspective, was guilty. He was philandering, he was acting like a, male chauvinist pig. Maybe he will cop it at the ass, and then let me show you, maybe he will do this to me now. Speaking of the neighbor and that. Anyway, an interesting film.